My name is Madeline Goodman. My presentation is on dramaturgy and stigma. The term stigma was first introduced in Irving Goffman's 1963 book, Notes on the Management of a Spoiled Identity. According to Goffman, stigma is any characteristic that exists in contrast to social norms or is cast in a negative, unwanted, or unflattering light. Stigma, according to Goffman, enables construction of deviance because individual associations with stigma causes conventional others to label them as deviant. This deviant identity often has negative consequences for the deviant individual's life outcomes. Goffman asserts that there are three types of identity-spoiling stigma. This includes abominations of the body, blemishes of the individual character, and tribal stigma. Abominations of the body can be acquired at birth or at any point later on in life. They include physical deformities or other stigmatized physical attributes and can range in size and severity. Abominations of the body can include obesity, scars, missing appendages and limbs, and birthmarks. Blemishes of the individual character are normally acquired later on in life. They're associated with people who have disgraced reputations. This can occur from extreme or bizarre interests, history of incarceration, perpetual unemployment, a history of mental illness, suicidal behaviors, extremist political beliefs, and addictions. Tribal stigma is associated with disenfranchised groups. First, a group must be stigmatized. Then that stigma is transferred to the individual members of that group because of their group identity. This can include people of certain races, nationalities, religions, or even families with soiled reputations. Goffman asserts that people use various techniques in order to manage their stigmatized identity. These techniques make up his concept of dramaturgy, in which human life is approached as a performance. This metaphor can be extended to include scripts, actors, audiences, wardrobe, props, and even setting choices. And just like a play or performance, there are successful and failed performances. Stigmatized individuals perform stigma management through techniques of impression management. These techniques are the deliberate manipulation of an individual's behavior, physical, and social environments. These manipulations have the specific intent of portraying a curated image or impression of the individual self to others. One technique of stigma management is called face work. Face work occurs when an individual's stigma-concealing performance has failed, necessitating the performer to save face. Face work includes specific alterations of an individual's performance in order to win back their audience's favor. This can occur in one of two ways. Individuals can pass by performing in a way that their stigmatized behaviors or identities go completely undetected. Or they can cover, which entails the downplaying of the significance of an individual's stigmatized behavior or identity. In 1997, Elihu Katz built off of Goffman's idea of stigma and dramaturgy. He proposed a new form of stigma management called badassitudes. In creating badassitudes, deviant actors bring in elements of their performance that signify toughness and communicate to others, "Don't fuck with me." This can entail specific walks, a specific type of dress, or even a defensive bodily posture. People who perform badassitudes gain their positive social status directly from their deviant identity. Katz says that they cash in on idiosyncrasy credit. People like this include gun collectors, skydivers, or bikers. To conventional others, this idiosyncrasy credit communicates toughness or street cred, and to members of the deviant in-group, idiosyncrasy credit gains validity for the individual. Another form of stigma management is warrior narratives. Stigmatized individuals perform masculinity through learned symbols of masculinity. They express these symbols through their warrior narratives. Warrior narratives include emotional suppression and hardness, power, strength, and never showing any weakness. Research has validated this concept of stigma management because it is shown that failed social performance and social blunders are causally linked with high-risk behaviors and violence. These forms of masculine posturing create a warrior narrative, protecting the deviant individual from the negative consequences of their deviant identity.